Um, Hello and good morning. Today I'll be showing you how to create your own AI application using a platform called vectorshift. So if you're new to it, you have nothing to worry about. Just come to your browser and type in vectorshift.ai and log in to your account. So if you don't have an account, you can click on get started and create a new account. If you do have an already existing account, click on login and you just need your email to create an account. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to log in because I already have an account with them. So I'll click on login and give it time to load. All right, so login and I'll just log in with my email, right? Okay, so it says, don't worry about this, where it says your subscription is inactive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete, sorry, what I'll do, I'll come to pipelines, and I have two pipelines here. Don't worry about what the pipeline is. I will explain all of that in this tutorial. So in your case, you should have no pipelines available. So I'm going to delete this untitled pipeline, right? I'm just going to delete this. And for this, I might, let's see. So what I want to do is create a new pipeline. So simply click on the new and you see the option to create pipeline, or you can use their template pipelines, but we will be creating a pipeline from scratch. So I'll do create pipeline. Now, once you create your pipeline, you will be greeted with this interface, and this is where you create everything you want to create. So they ask you for your first node. What nodes are? They are the drag and drop features in vectorshift that you use to create your application. So for the start, you have something like an input, you have an output. Don't worry about triggers and start. And so what we want to do is to create a simple chatbot today. So I'm creating a chatbot. So what I'll do is I'll bring an input node, just drag and drop here. So it says input and the type is text. What I want to do is bring in an LLM, a language model. So I'm going to use OpenAI's language model. Just drag and drop it here. Cool. So you can close this. You can toggle this to close it. And then I'm going to go back to the start and bring in an output node. So very simple, very, very simple. What it's going to do is we have an input, we have an LLM, and we have an output. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect the input to the output, to the LLM, connect the LLM to the output. That's what we have to do. So right now, we are almost done. And what's happening is it's the LLM say you're not using any of the connected input nodes. And you might wonder why you're getting this error message, even if you just connected this. So what we have to do is leave the input as text because we want the users to input their text. And then what we are going to do is in this prompt, we want to do this sign. So you do curly brackets, and you select the input. So, and then you select the text. So I will repeat that one last time. Inside the prompt, you do curly brackets, and then you select input, and then you select text. Why? So this is working this way because we've set the LLM to collect prompts from this input node, which is a text, and then it is going to give an output, which is also a text output. So remember, your output can be a file, a list of files, an image, an audio, or a JSON. But for now, we'll leave our output to be a text output. So simple Now it requires a system instruction. So a system instruction is what you use to tell the language model what it is supposed to do with an input. So anytime it gets an input, what do you do? So let's say, very simple, I will say, I'll tell it you are a question answering agent. Your job is to answer any question asked by the user. And very simple, that's all we have to do. So to do this, to test this, we click on run and see we have this input field and output field. And if we say hello, for the input and we click on run, it should reply, says hello, how can I help you today? And then I can say, ask another question, what is the date for today? And I click on run and it should give me June 19. Okay, so today is 5th of May. That date is not correct. So I 2024. So I guess this was the last date the model was updated. And what we can do is, so it's incorrect about date. So it doesn't have data for beyond June 19, 2024. So you can ask it pretty much any questions so far. And all you can do is, what we can do further is that we can connect a knowledge base and knowledge base. So this is what you call the called knowledge base, and we can create a knowledge base. And I'm going to show you how to do that in another tutorial where you can create your own knowledge base, your own, and you fine tune the model to only answer questions for a specific topic. So it can only answer a question maybe for your own business, and you can use this as a chatbot. So when you're done with this, a very simple bot, we can close the configuration window and click on export, then click on deploy pipeline. Just ignore all and deploy. Now it's going to ask you how do you want to deploy, as a chatbot, as a form, or bulk jobs. Ignore bulk jobs for now. So since we are doing a chatbot, we can go ahead and click on chatbot, and you have to give your chatbot a name. So I'll call this test chat and then create chatbot. All right, so just like that, the chatbot has been created. I'll show you how to edit and customize all of this later on. So go ahead and click on export. Now you have two links. This link, the first link, takes you to the chatbot page. If I paste it here and go to that link, you have a full page chatbot that you can ask questions. So here we have, okay, so it is already active, and then you can ask it simple questions like, what is the best meal for breakfast? And it's going to processing requests, aha, and then see, it answers the questions similar to what you, so don't worry about all of this. So it's suggesting questions, how to make balanced breakfast, what are vegan breakfast options, can you suggest gluten-free meals? So these are just questions that you can also tweak, customize these questions later on, and you can also play this as audio. You can do a read aloud and play this. The best meal for breakfast depends on your personal health goals. All right, so really cool chat agents. Now this is also an embedded link that you can use to embed in your web page. Now I'll show you how to do that in a different tutorial. So that's it. Remember, the first thing you have to do is come up, sign up your account. So if you don't have an account, just click on get started, create your account. If you do have one, go ahead and log into that account and follow all the process that I showed you here. I think that's all for now. See you in the next tutorial.